Hey folks, Chief with Crazy Faith here. It's January 27th, 2015. I just got back from the Nisqually jail. We had 32 warriors for the Lord, young men on the inside cell this week. We also had, I don't even know how many women that were there. There was at least 15 young ladies in with Richard and Hannah this week. Jerry and Eli kicked it in with the men's today with me. We had a great night. The Lord just opened up some areas for me to testify and speak into these young men. And you know what? We spit it kind of direct, but I think these young men are tired of being tired, and they're ready just for not just for baby food or blowing sunshine up their skirts. So I kind of spit it pretty direct. I want you to go look at some of these things up and see what you get out of these verses, because there's probably stuff in there for you as well. I spit it from 1 Peter 5 verses 8 and 9. Then I kicked it over to 1 John chapter 2 verses 1 and 2. Then I kicked it over to Galatians chapter 5 verses 16 through 17. And then I kicked it back to 1 John chapter 4 verse 13 through 15. And I finished up in 1 John chapter 2 verses 5 through 6. Some of the prayer requests tonight. I want you to join me in some of these prayer requests. One of my dear brothers, his Aunt Christy has brain cancer. She does not even believe in God. But you know what? Here's the cool thing. My God doesn't even care if you believe in him. He can still heal you. That's not a requirement for God. It does help for eternity. But you know what? Through this healing for Aunt Christy, I declare that the Holy Spirit shows up and shows off, heals this brain cancer, and in doing so, it draws her in a relationship with the one and only Creator. You know what? Be prayerful for a lot of my brothers that were on the inside there, for their court dates on Thursday, for their families while they're in, and also just for each other while they're there. Also for addiction. Here's a few things I wanted to pray. I directly prayed over our dear brothers that were in there. We kicked out the spirit of fear, the spirit of anger, addiction, and death. All of those need to leave every one of them alone, including you watching this. So if you're struggling with fear, because your fear creates anger, and addiction is rooted in fear, because what happens if you're trying to come off this stuff? You're going to feel sick. You're going to feel terrible. So it's just easier sometimes for some of these folks just to continue. No, we're booting all of those things out, and death is right on their heels, wanting to snuff them out before their predetermined time. Well, even you watching, you cannot be taken 1 millisecond before your predetermined time. You know what? We are Crazy Faith, and we will pray you back from the dead. I don't care if you've been cremated and your ashes have been spread. We are crazy enough to pray specifically for you to raise from the dead. So be prayerful for everybody, as they are delayed, not denied. If you're watching and you're feeling delayed, not denied, then we're praying for you too. Have a good night. I love you.